guests are from the Young Visionaries group. And Young Visionaries group, is that right?
Well, Leadership Academy
Okay.
organization.
All right, Young Visionaries Leadership Academy.
Yes.
And with us today are its founder, Terrence Stone. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And also with Terrence is Roberto Martinez, and you're the programs coordinator, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so Terrence, you're the founder and the CEO of the organization.
Right.
What brought you to start this, and tell us a little bit about the Leadership Academy.
Well, myself, I was in gangs for 15 years, so coming out of that, I just wanted to give back and help young people not be in the situations that I was in by showing them opportunity hands-on. And so at Young Visionaries, we do a plethora of different activities. We have anger management class. We have a team VIP mentoring program. VIP stands for Violence Intervention and Prevention. We have a Corners of College program where we're working on getting inner city kids in college. We have a youth advocacy training program. It's called From Pistols to Pencils program. And in that program, the kids get paid $200 a month that are in that program. We have youth leaders in that program. They get paid to put together public service announcements and things like that through TV, radio, internet, so to get the word out on teen violence prevention.
Exactly, exactly. That sounds wonderful. Yeah. I've never heard of a program like this. And I noticed from your brochure that this is a award-winning program.
Award-winning, yes.
Yeah, tell us about some of these. I see awards going back to 2005.
Oh, yes, we have a lot of awards. If you come to our office, we probably have almost close to 100 awards on our wall, certificates for everybody from our local electeds, Congressman Joe Baca, Assemblywoman Carter, Senator Gloria Negrete-McLeod, Pat Morris, a lot of different of our electeds. We have certificates and things like that from. We also have, I think, 13 annual awards, and we're up for, I think, 2 more this year, an annual award. So we do pretty good on awards and press. We have stacks and stacks of newspaper articles. We've been on HBO, MSNBC, CNN. We did two conferences in the Bahamas and also in Australia on prevention and intervention work.
Wow, yeah. So you didn't just do well getting awards. You have a very effective program.
Well, I think we have the greatest program in the Inland Empire right now. So.
Well, it's certainly well needed. Now, you do a variety of different events, and this is where you come in, right?
Yes.
So talk about what you do in your job as the program coordinator.
Well, if someone asked me or Terrence, what does Young Visionaries do, either one of us could take a good half hour just explaining it, because it's very broad. We have a very wide scope. And so with all the different programs that we run and activities we do, from recreational to gang intervention to educational, you know, all those programs need someone to help with the development, the implementation, the completion, and the evaluation of those programs. So that's kind of my role. And I work with a lot of different people, from the mental health specialists that work with Young Visionaries. Not a lot of programs in our area have, you know, mental health specialists on board, to our Team VIP program, where we do mentoring and things like that, to different activities, taking kids out to basketball games and you know, social outings and things like that.
Right. So you just kind of keep things going and make sure that the mission is fulfilled through your events.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wonderful. That's fabulous.
An extra hand to help juggle all the activities going on.
Yeah, definitely needed. You certainly sound like an organized person.
Try to be.
He dots all our I's and crosses all our T's and things like that. So he does a good job.
Every organization needs somebody that's able to do that. So you're kind of the operations guy, you're kind of the visions guy.
Right, right.
Yeah, so you were telling me before we went on air about some funding that you had recently received. Talk about that.
Oh, sure. We're funded. We have federal funding, Office of Juvenile Justice, OJJDP funding. California Wellness Funding funds our gang intervention programs, and our California Endowment Funding, it funds our youth advocacy training programs right now.
Wow. Are you, because this is what pays for all of those assistances that you're allowed to provide.
And then local funding, we have Community Action Partnership Funding, which funds we have a youth employment development program also, getting kids jobs in the community. So they funds that also.
Oh, that's great. I would imagine, though, even with those sources of funding, that additional funding is probably always needed, huh?
Oh, all the time. It's one thing about nonprofits, because, you know, funding comes and funding goes, you know, because we don't have a product. to sell or anything.
Right.
So we're always looking for extra funding, not even extra, just funding period to keep the programs going. And right now in the Inland Empire, we have 10 locations right now in the Inland Empire, all the way from Barstow down to Montclair.
Really?
So we're always looking for funding to keep the programs going. Even tomorrow, we're taking kids from Barstow to the Long Beach Aquarium to go down there. So we did, in September, we gave out almost 300 kids free backpacks, haircuts, school supplies, and a new pair of shoes.
Get them
and
ready to
things
go
like
back to
that.
school.
Right, right. So we're
That's
always
great.
giving back and doing stuff. We have a Clippers game coming up. We're taking, in the collaboration with Time for Change Foundation, we're taking 300 people to the Clippers games, Inland Empire families to Clippers games and things like that.
300.
300. She has 150 tickets, and Young Visionaries has 150